watch the handoff. It looked like it was almost thrown into his stomach. Well, he didn't quite Jaden Daniels never quite had it.
I just lost the ball. Completely my fault. Didn't give Bill a chance, so it was my fault. You win or lose, obviously as a competitor you hate losing. But we got a short week, so you dwell on this forever, however long, and we on to Dallas. I'm not going to sit up here and blame it on the elements. I mean, at the end of the day, I got to focus. I get paid to go out there and focus playing to play out, and I had a lack of focus right there, and it cost us the game.
Shout out to Juan Gotti Talking Sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Juan Gotti Talking Sports.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like...
Stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident.
He made a mistake, y'all. As simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Jaden Daniels lost focus, and it cost us the game. Let's talk about it. So I wanted to come on here one final time, as we're now having to turn our attention to the Dallas Cowboys. And I just wanted to just finally reflect on the game one last time. And I know the past couple of days, it's kind of been a little bit of back and forth about the game. Who cost us the game, or Washington didn't do this, or they turned the ball over 3 times and don't deserve to win. And we're right back at, dare I say, square one in terms of how we felt after the Atlanta game. And I think Monday night's game is the perfect example of who we have been to start this season, and it's inconsistency, man. Right? Like, I've been hella disappointed in Quan Martin, but at the same time, without Quan Martin, we wouldn't be 3-3. We'd be 2-4, and we would have bigger problems. And you could say that you could say that same case for so many other players or coaches on this staff right now, and we have to figure it out. But the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was Five, and how he came to the podium the other night after the game, and he quite frankly did exactly what I expected him to. He took full responsibility for the bobble snap. He lost focus. He wasn't locked in. And I think it just took everyone by surprise. I'll be honest with you. It was a shocking turn of events, because it's like, okay, if something like that was to happen, you wouldn't expect Jaden Daniels to be the reason for it to happen. If it's a fumble by Bill, if it's a drop pass by a receiver, if it's a missed field goal by Matt Gay, which was something that we did have in that game, you wouldn't be surprised. You would be pissed. You wouldn't be surprised. In this instance, it's both. You're pissed that it happened, and you're surprised as hell that it happened. I mean, just think about it. Jaden Daniels does not turn the ball over. Like, let's just call it what it is. And he did that twice Monday night. He doesn't throw interceptions. He threw one Monday night. And as I was in the stands, I said, oh, no, that's just a bad decision by Five. Had Ertz wide open, which was true. But after watching it on the replay and looking at it, nah, the play was drawn up perfectly. Deebo Samuel was open. But you want to know what happened? Jaden Daniels was just late on the read. So there were some uncharacteristic things that happened on Monday night that you normally don't see out of Jaden Daniels. And this isn't me trying to duck the accountability of him or whatever may have you. Again, he cost us the game. Let's just be what it is. And I can see the comments now. Well, Matt Gay missed the field goal. Well, the defense couldn't get off the stop. Oh, well, Bill fumbled or penalty this. At the end of the day, we had the ball last with the lead, up 2 points. and Jaden Daniels lost focus, dropped the ball. So you can say all those things. You can't. And they're facts. But it doesn't matter because we controlled that game. We controlled the destiny of that game. And we just let it slip away. And as the week progressed, that's kind of where I'm at. We're 3-3, so we're not out of it whatsoever. Don't get me wrong. Maybe this serves as a wake-up call. But at the same time, I felt like that Falcons game was a wake-up call because look at how you responded the next week. You went on a roll and you dominated the Chargers team. Held them to 10 points. So I said, okay, maybe that was the wake-up call they needed. And maybe this Chicago game is the game that puts the rest of the conference on notice that we're one of those ones of a team. And we didn't do that. Had every opportunity to, but we didn't do it. And me knowing what Jaden Daniels is all about, this won't ever happen again. Did you hear that he sent a message to Dan Quinn, or they had a conversation back and forth message? They obviously, Dan Quinn didn't expose what their conversation was about, but we know it's weighing heavy on him. You know what I mean? And I doubt that something like this ever happens again, in which he loses focus on a game ceiling drive. It wouldn't surprise me if we go out there in Dallas and destroy them offensively. No, defensively, I'm not saying that we'll do that. I'm not saying we'll blow them out because I know our defense is prone to giving it up, and Dallas offensively is damn good, but their defense is shit. Our defense isn't the best. So I could very well see it being a shootout, but all I know is 5 is going to come in on Damon time. This is the first time that Dak has seen 5, or Dak and Jaden Daniels are squaring off, leading their teams into battle. And they're both coming off of two losses that stings, especially with us. Especially knowing the situation that we had. Everything at stake. You had an opportunity to get in first place in your division, had an opportunity to improve your conference record, which is plummeting right now. Before we get any further into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, SeatGeek. If you're trying to go to a game, concert, or any live event, SeatGeek is the place to go. I actually got my tickets for week 1 against the New York Giants using SeatGeek, and honestly, I use it for all my event purchases. What I love about SeatGeek is how simple it is to find the best deals. They rate every seat on a scale from green to red. Green means you're getting a great deal. Red means it's a little overpriced. That way you know you're buying with confidence and getting your money's worth. Plus, they even offer protection ticket plans so you don't have to worry about your tickets getting lost or stolen. And the best part about it all is they're hooking y'all up with the code. Use JuanGotti at checkout and you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Again, use code JuanGotti at checkout to get 10% off your first purchase. What, you lost to Green Bay, you lost to Atlanta, and you lost to Chicago. So that's 3 conference losses. All 3 of your wins have come from, 2 wins came from AFC teams, and then 1 win came from the Giants. So you're sitting at 1 and 3 in the conference. So you had an opportunity to do that. This game is huge, not just for division purposes, but conference purposes. It is. And I almost am glad that we're facing this adversity now, if you get what I'm saying. Right? Like, of course, it stings. It sucks that we lost to Chicago, and you hate that you have to go through things like this. But again, the optimistic side of me is just saying maybe this is what it's going to be needed for this team to wake up and for this team to build some sort of consistency. Yeah, we've got our answer to who this team is this year. We're not that team, but as long as you got 5 back there, I will stand on it. You can win any game. You can win any game. I mean, for crying out loud, Chris Moore for the first part of that game was looking damn good. So you cannot sit here and tell me regardless of how you feel, yes, Jaden Daniels cost us the game. Yes, he turned the ball over twice. Yes, J-Mac dropped the pass. Yes, Bill fumbled. Yes, Chris Moore dropped the pass. You can't sit here and tell me that this team still doesn't have an opportunity to do everything that we wanted to do. It's going to be tougher now, yes. Because the games that you felt like you should have won, you didn't. So now that only sets you up for being in a position to where you now have to win some games you thought you weren't going to win. Now, that's not the team personally, because the team, they expect and they think they can win every game that they lace up. But I'm talking from a fan's perspective. I thought we would beat Atlanta. I thought we would beat Chicago. Well, those two games that we didn't win. Now, a game in like Kansas City where I thought we would lose originally, we need that one. We need that one. A game in like Detroit where I felt like, okay, maybe they get there and get back. So what? We probably see them in the playoffs again. Well, we can't afford to lose that one now. You got to get that one. So essentially what I'm saying is, no, these two losses don't put you back, but they put you in a situation to where now you need to win 2 games. I'm going to say 3. 3 games you didn't expect to win, whether that's Kansas City, Detroit, Seattle, or Denver. Like, honestly, all those games I just mentioned, only Kansas City and Detroit were the 2 games where I was like, okay, maybe we lose. But now, again, Seattle's a damn good team. Denver defensively is damn good. And that's going to be probably the best defense that we faced up until that point. You still got Philly twice. Still got Dallas one more time after this week. Still got New York one more time after this week. So, again, the schedule gets tougher. But we're 3-3. We're not 2-4. And more of the story is he simply made a mistake. I tried to blame Cliff, right? Because I felt like the play call was poorest at that point. It's raining, it's wet, you're out of the gun. But at the same time, it's like, well, Juan, that's our team. That's what we do. We're a gun team. And all we needed was 1 yard. Now, I'm not a fan of gun runs. Look, go back to my time, if you've been watching Chancellor Scott Turner. I've been saying, I've never been, like my whole life watching sports football, I've never been a fan of gun runs on short down and distances. You're already surrendering 4 to 5 yards being out of the gun. Now, what happens if the defensive tackle, 3-tech, whatever, what happens if he blows up the center? Got a free shot to the running back. Well, if you're under center, same thing can happen, but you can't really complain because it's mine against yours. I'm under center, handing it off to you. You get it. What about put Mariota in for a sneak? Or if that's too obvious, put Mariota in for a bootleg and just let him pick it up with you. It's so much you could have done with that 1 yard. But at the same time, again, I cannot fault Cliff Kingsbury, how I originally did, you know what I mean, for going with what we do, essentially. Like, part of me saying that, but also I know it's kind of hypocritical, but part of me is saying, yeah, I can't fault him for doing what we do, but also part of me is like, damn it, Cliff, it was raining. Well, come on. I'm not saying you have to expect to play like that, because again, you don't. Jaden, you don't call plays expecting, let me protect 5 because he may drop the ball here. You don't expect that. What happened on Monday night is an anomaly. Like that I'm not gonna say that doesn't happen, but no one expected that to happen. Literally no one. So again, maybe it's not fair for me to criticize Cliff Kingsbury, but at the end of the day, he made a mistake. It's no more beating around the bush. It's no more pointing the finger at anybody. Again, you can if you want. You can say, well, if Matt Gay made the kick, we probably wouldn't be in that situation. Or if so-and-so didn't drop the ball. Or if 5 didn't throw a pick. Or Bill didn't. Like, you can point to different things. If Quan Martin pushes DeAndre Swift out of bounds, right? You can point. But at the end of the day, we had the ball last up to. And all we needed was a first down, and that was game. And 5 simply just made a mistake. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. So always me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 12,000 subscribers. Time to move on to Dallas, man. It's time to move on to Dallas and take this frustration out on them little boys. But I'll catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a laundry.